Hello and welcome to the Daily R6 News. I have a deep voice. Hello.
Hi.
So what's the news?
What?
I think siege mode is pretty newsworthy.
I would argue that. I would argue. I don't agree. I don't agree
I
with you.
know it has been known to come out, I guess, for a while.
Yeah, and
And
I
with a
kind of like.
while, I mean,
I
since
even wrote details about it like ages ago.
yeah, I don't even, whatever. There's a trailer now.
I think this is a terrible idea for a podcast card. What the hell were you thinking?
I don't know, Ryman, but whatever.
However, what is reason to have a podcast is something called the Mercenaries No Mercy, which is an exclusive mode coming to the PC version of RSX. That is more newsworthy, I'm gonna say.
Why is
Wow.
No Mercy always for PC? It runs fine on the Xbox.
Yeah, that is so weird.
I mean, you can use the 1 frame per second to aim, and then the second one to shoot. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, that is. You have a good point there.
Yeah. So I guess the news is that No Mercy exists and that it exists again.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is pretty nice news. I guess.
Does that mean the PC version won't have versus again?
I hope it'll get all the content.
Because I do remember that other game where.
People from Capcom have promised that they'll do their best to make sure that the PC version will get all content, although they couldn't like guarantee it.
We didn't try hard enough, sorry. The code's all there, we just forgot to add the menu item. Oops. There'll be a patch in 3 months from now. Yeah. That's kind of neat, I guess. I never really played No Mercy myself.
I never actually played it a whole lot myself. But the thing is, I always wanted to play it, but from the get-go, it was a single-player only mode, and people figured out how to like make it co-op like almost 2 years after the game was released. And at that point, I didn't have many people to play with anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if it actually will it be available on release? Has that been announced at all?
Maybe I should read this entire news post.
Yes, please.
So yeah, as I said, the Mercenaries No Mercy will be on for the PC version of RS6. As a side note, I am pretty sure this is the news Sven from Capcom Unity, Capcom USA hinted at the other day about there being like new Mercenaries news soon.
Right.
And it'll be available as a digital download, the PC version that is. I think we already knew that.
You would be surprised if it wasn't.
So it sounds like the launch version of RS6 will include the patches, like access to Ada's campaign from the get-go and co-op Ada campaign, fine-tune the game camera.
That's nice.
They don't mention agent hunts. I don't know if that's like also part of the launch PC thing.
I'd be surprised if they'd add all the patches, but not all of it immediately. I don't know. That would be weird.
Yeah.
Also coming in February, there's going to be a free benchmark test of RS6.
Yes! That's my only comment about that.
I approve of this because it's helpful to know if you're going to have problems running the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume at least the three of us will be fine. But yeah, it will be
but sometimes you run into like unforeseen problems, like the game should work, but it doesn't. Benchmarks are good for that too.
I think
I'm going to buy it anyway. Ha! I don't care if it works. But yes, continue.
I think I would have preferred a demo. A playable demo, but I mean, this is better. I mean, I can't complain. They're giving out this for free as a test, so that's nice, I guess.
I hope it's still the same like Street Fighter 4 one they had all those years ago. Like they don't even add Resident Evil 6. They just add Resident Evil 6 to the name, but they just still show Blanca flying around and sitting in a large empty room.
There's one question about this.
Right.
Should I mod it?
The benchmark?
I could, maybe. I don't know.
Yes! Replace every single person with Clown Juavo wearing fancy clothing.
Ooh. Clowns.
Yes.
pricing is also mentioned here, which I guess is kind of significant.
How much is the benchmark?
The benchmark will cost in North America $40,
Right.
and in Europe the benchmark will cost €30 and £20.
Huh.
Ryman, I am actually talking about the full game now. I'm sorry for kidding.
I know.
I was a bit confused there as well. I thought you were actually talking about the benchmark.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that it's $40 and €30 because usually people are mean and they have the same number for both currencies.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised, especially especially anything on Steam. Like 90% is just $30. Yeah, it's roughly the same, isn't it?
If it's that cheap, I might actually get it as soon as it comes out rather than waiting for a price drop.
I'm probably just gonna get it on release.
I'll get it at release date. Big surprise.
I want to see the art that Sextus makes from the get-go. I don't want to be waiting in anticipation.
Oh yeah. I already have grand plans like a sequel to Africa.
Nice. I'm looking.
Ah.
That is the one that like even if it's the first video, you should just call it Mod Progress 2. I think it will only be suitable.
I could call it Mod Progress. What number am I at? 55. I can call it Mod Progress 55, Mod Progress 2. That's a full title.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. I can live with that.
But yeah, in other news, as we mentioned earlier, there's this Siege mode, which is officially announced now.
Siege mode. I thought we already knew about that ages ago.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it's official now, and it's apparently for 2 to 6 players. I think that'll be fun to mess around with.
It looked pretty funny. Like it looks pretty interesting. It looks like survivors or whatever they're called have reasonable ammo, rather than like 30 bullets for one gun, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like the idea of the zombies actually being able, like the zombies kind of have time bonuses essentially.
Yeah.
But like with enemies instead, which seems interesting because controlling a zombie is horrible. Like you won't be able to do anything, but having some extra support around is kind of nice because I think it's Survivors that you can play as a monster there.
Yeah.
You really only have like that one Juavo with the gun, and he is kind of annoying sometimes, I guess. But aside from that, he's just kind of there and doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of nice to have like boss monsters running around and kill people, especially in the mode where it's monsters versus people.
And according to the files I've looked through, you will be able to like control many of the boss creatures as well.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I want to play as the big guys who charge at people, even though they're like uncontrollable pretty much, but it's fun.
I still kind of wish the one NPC you defended was Ashley, but I guess I'm fine with generic. Guy.
No. I would be okay with Ashley not appearing in this game for 2 reasons. One, I wouldn't ever play as a survivor. And 2, it's Ashley, and even if I have to kill her, she'll still be alive during the rest of the game. So yeah, that's my reasoning for I'm okay with it just being random.
There's a bit more info about Siege mode here. It'll be available in March for Xbox and PS3, and the price is $4.
That's not bad.
Or €4.
That's is that the same for all 3 other ones? How much were the other ones? I don't even remember.
I think you could buy them as a bundle, and then they cost like $9 in total.
Oh right, yeah. I'm thinking of the separate. I think separately they cost $4 as well, don't they?
Yeah, that could be the case.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay.
And it's mentioned that the PS3 will finally get the DLC mode in February.
What do you mean?
Finally.
It is. Yeah, it's pretty insane. It's taken that long for the PS3, really. But oh well.
And as a reply to what you were talking about earlier, PC gamers will actually get the versus modes.
Wow.
But they won't get it at launch. It'll be after launch.
I guess like at least it'll eventually be there, rather than people having to mod it in.
Oh yeah. That was. It is actually really, really, really impressive. People did that with our.
It is pretty incredible that they got even the menus and stuff were there.
Yeah, that was.
That people accessed it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but
it also makes it kind of depressing because it wouldn't be a lot of work for Capcom to like
Oh no,
actually
like
did.
I think eventually people got it to the point where you literally just had a versus mode button in the menu, and you had versus mode. So it is pretty crazy that it wasn't just like added at all.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, I am happy about the Mercenaries No Mercy thing. I really hope that'll have like official co-op support now because I think that would be fun to play.
I would be okay with that. Like, I'm personally not a big fan of mercenaries, but I'm okay playing it like in duo mode. So, yeah, as long as I don't need to think and just kind of survive and kill things, I'm okay with mercenaries, really. I'll just let all sectors do all the thinking.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's what I personally prefer, really. But I guess we'll see.
Is anyone on Steam right now?
Yes.
Could you
I am,
check
yeah.
quickly if it's not possible to actually like pre-order the game there now?
Evil.
There is a Square Enix
There is
sale
a-
on Woo.
There is a page with Resident Evil 6 on the thing. You cannot pre-order it.
Oh, okay, I guess they
But
haven't.
it will say like the game will unlock in 2 months and 1 hour.
Oh, nice.
So it does actually have like a countdown thing.
Countdown for which means nothing for people right now since you can't own it.
Yeah, but it does say
Indeed.
22nd of March, so it's a number.
Yep, so it's the same thing here. Okay.
And Ryman lives in a different country.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He lives on the moon.
The moon.
Oh dear.
That's where I got that accent from.
Nah, laddie, no.
No one will ever believe you're Scottish, Ryman. Just give up. Just give up. 16 gigabytes. Oh my god.
I'm not sure if there's other RA news stuff to talk about. I ordered the RA6 art book.
Oh really? Is it in Japanese?
It's in Japanese.
Wow.
It's got
Wow.
pictures. I can look at the pictures.
Oh, pictures.
Pictures.
I don't think this is news.
Okay.
Personally.
Well,
Even
it was
though-
actually released like today.
Oh.
So in that way,
So,
it is news. It is news.
Relevant to the news, today the Resident Evil 6 art book came out, and if Sectus actually uploads it today, then it'll be relevant.
Yeah.
Except for Australia. It's too late for Australia.
For Australia.
Yeah. And probably some other Eastern countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the end of the Resident Evil 6 podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, I think as a way to be fancy, I think I'll like include like a few sample scans of the art book here in the video, so you can see what
should.
kind of stuff it'll have.
You should take pictures of it with your phone.
I probably will when I get it.
Nice.
I did that with the Soul Calibur 5 art book. That has some interesting stuff in it.
Oh yeah, there is like 2 art books for that game, wasn't there? Like the collector's edition one, which was like 3 pages, and then
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they also had the proper one,
yeah,
which had a lot of stuff in it.
yeah.
It-
I
it-
only
it-
had the cheap one.
that art book was pretty interesting because there was a lot of text in that, and that basically like had like 10 times the story compared to the actual game, which was
The game had a great story. I don't know what you're talking about. Patroclus was on an adventure. Then he found himself. That's the end.
that storyboard is so depressingly bad.
No, it's amazing. You just don't understand. Especially when you get to play as Swy, the worst character any ever put in the game.
Yeah, and you learn like important things from the story mode. Like if someone is like filthy and dirty, they're probably very evil.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And if you want to win, just hold forward and press a button forever. That's how life works. Just walk up to someone and punch them in the face until they stop.
Yeah. And if you happen to kill someone that you shouldn't kill, just go back in time.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
Yeah, yes. Story is stupid. When did this turn into Soul Calibur 5 podcast?
I don't know. This is why we don't talk about either Guild Wars 1 or the story mode of Soul Calibur 5. We derail.
I could also talk about the story mode in Umbrella Chronicles, which I played more of.
This was the end of the Resident Evil 6 podcast.
Yeah, I guess this is the end. I've kind of gone through the news.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff, mercenaries, yay.
Yay.
Bye!
Bye.